My lovelies, hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. I'm coming to you after a long time with a follow-up post on my androgenic alopecia post that I did a few months ago. And the reason I'm coming back with a follow-up post is because I have had great response and have a lot of questions from viewers like you who have watched that post and they had questions for me. And even last night I had this wonderful, very long conversation of one such viewer, and after that I decided it's better for me to do some follow-up post. Today, this is dedicated to every one of you who has recently been diagnosed with androgenic alopecia. This is especially for the women out there, young women who have had this diagnosis, and you guys are stressed, depressed. I got diagnosed with androgenic alopecia back 5 years ago. And my first problem that I had, my reaction was, well, that cannot happen. I'm young. I shouldn't be having androgenic alopecia. And am I going to be bald? I understand as a woman how important our hair is for overall look and how we feel about ourselves. And I started losing hair like crazy. I remember I went to a beauty salon to get my hair cut, and they shampooed my hair, they massaged it, the typical thing they do. And when they were brushing my hair, chunks of hair was coming out. If I could show you, I was too embarrassed to take a picture at that time. It was as if I was on something and my hair's, I'm gonna go bald right now. In that moment, I lost probably, I would say, 1/3 of my hair that time. And as you can see, I do have thinning hair, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So if you're going through what I did at that time, first of all, look at me. Let's take a deep breath. Again, do it again. Take a deep breath. Let's do it again. So, why am I telling you to do this? Is because I understand how stressful a diagnosis of AGA or androgenic alopecia can be. It is not as uncommon as you and I may think it is. Androgenic alopecia affects 80% of men and 50% of women in their lifetime. Yes, you and I are unlucky enough to have it in the early stages of our life, but it's not uncommon. And the stress you and I are doing, the stress you are doing right now because of the hair loss, it will make your hair fall even faster. So please take a deep breath. Today, I'll be short and give you few pointers. And these are the things that help me. But then in future posts, I'll go into more detail as to what androgenic alopecia is, what it does, and what are some of the treatment options are. What we are going to do now, I'm going to give you Eastern and Western medicine. Write it down. Eastern and Western. I am just giving you what worked for me. And it's not like it will work for everybody, but each cases are different. And it is very important that you get the diagnosis. Your doctor diagnoses you with androgenic alopecia first. So now, as a public health person, I am not a doctor, I'm a public health professional. I'm not a doctor. So it is important that you have a long conversation with your doctor. You get a diagnosis of androgenic alopecia, and the information I'm going to give you now is applicable to in general for hair thinning. First of all, I'm giving you the Eastern version. I was to the point my hairs were this short, and it looked horrible because my hairs were falling small, big. My hair wouldn't grow. This is after cutting my hair. So first of all, you need to get the stress under control. Trust me, it can not only affect you emotionally, worsen your hair loss, but at the same time, it will affect you, your health. And I know how hard it can be because I dealt with stress. I do want to tell you, first of all, take a deep breath. Worrying about and stressing about this will not make your hair stop falling. It will not cure your androgenic alopecia. It will not cure your alopecia. Any worrying about it will just make things worse. Plus, it will make you sick other ways. I know it's easier said than done, but I have gone through it, so I'm telling you from my perspective. So, one thing that helped me a lot to deal with the stress, one of the major component that can make things worse for you now is stress. And one thing that helped me a lot is meditation. It is not as hard as you think it is. I have some posts on meditation, and it did help me. And this Eastern medicine will not only calm your mind, but your body as well. What I have learned through meditation is living in the moment. I cannot worry about what is going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to go bald. I can't. Worrying will just make things worse. All I can think of right now is this moment. So live in the moment. Don't let something that could be ruin that's something that is right now. Number 2, talk to somebody. Whether it's a friend, a sibling, parents, talk to somebody, whether your friend or anybody. Do meditation, yoga, anything that helps you to reduce stress. Now, the second Eastern medicine. I will post the link where I went into detail on my blog about this mixture. What my mom did. I am from Southeast Asia. My background isn't from Southeast Asia. And if you are from that background, if you are a Desi or in that culture, you know how oil is an important part of our lives. To be honest, growing up, I grew up here, so I didn't pay much attention to oils. And my grandma used to talk about it's very important for girls to put on hair oil every week. But once I got diagnosed with androgenic alopecia, my mom, I love her to death. She came up with this old mixture that she learned, and I think it's just more common in their generation and older, and especially if you're still in those areas, you guys know it. What she did, yes, the mixture is the oil mixture with onion juice. I know you'll say that, but trust me, it worked for me. In organic extra virgin coconut oil, she added onion juice. Then she added avocado oil. She didn't put any kind of like a amount part. Avocado oil, castor oil. Castor oil is known for years, just like coconut oil, to help with hair growth and make your hair silky. People put it even in their eyebrows and lashes to grow that. So in a mixture, write it down. The base is extra virgin coconut oil. On that, she added onion juice, and she added castor oil, which is very big, avocado oil. These are good fat. Even just like your body loves it, your hair too will love it. Then another thing that she did add was peppermint, very little peppermint extract. You know why? Because peppermint is shown to have an antibacterial quality. So our hair. So what my mom did, on the other hand, is the eastern part, the natural ingredient. And she put all those together, and she also added almond oil, because these are all good fats. Your hair will eat it up. She mixed it all up, and I couldn't do it every day, but every weekend I would warm it, and because warm oil will open up your follicles, and I would put it in, massage it in my hair. I did that every single week, sometimes, 2 to 3 times a week, and especially on the weekends. And I waited an hour and took a shower. And before I knew it, that along with stress reduction, and I did few other stuff. This is the Western medicine. I started out with taking Rogaine, which is 2% of, I forgot the name, minoxidil. 2%, actually I got the concentrated 5% minoxidil. If you look at any papers and evidence, they say same thing. This is the only thing you can take for your hair. But the problem with that is, one thing I quick realized, if you stop it, hair loss comes back. And I couldn't deal with anything that is this permanent, and it requires so much attention. I couldn't. And so I ditched minoxidil. I stuck with my meditation, and I stuck with the hair oil. And another thing I did for the West Eastern medicine part, it's because my hair scalp biopsy showed I have more androgen sensitive alopecia. It's because of androgen. So there's a medicine, there are few of them available for when you're producing too much androgen. I am going to give you the name. I wrote it down. These are anti-androgen medication. Cyproterone acetate, This Dysperinone, spironolactone, flutamide, and finasteride. I was prescribed spironolactone, 500 milligram twice a day. It's basically a blood pressure medicine, but it kind of, one of the key thing that happens with androgenic alopecia is a hormone called DHT. It attaches to your androgen sensitive follicles, and what it does, it transforms your large follicles that produces thick, large hair into small, miniaturized follicles, which produces thin, fine, miniature hairs. So what happens when you're thin, fine, miniaturized, it covers less and less of your scalp, so you see the hair thinning more in effect. So what does these medicine does, and that for me is spironolactone, is basically help your control the androgen and the androgen receptors, and it inhibits or stop it from attaching, and DHT from attaching. You can use, there are lots of DHT, anti-DHT shampoos, and I have not used it, to be honest, so I cannot give you my opinion as if it works or not. I looked for natural ones, and one that I've been using for a while now, and I found great help, is Herbal Essence. It's a coconut shampoo. That, and there is a maple shampoo from Garnier Fructis. Those two worked wonder, and after shampooing, I use an avocado, it's the avocado based conditioner, but stick to what works for you. Each of us are different. I suggest, number one, again, Eastern medicine, which is meditate, reduce your stress. 2, the hair oil. 3 is one of those medications, spironolactone. In a study, I'll put in the study author and the year, showed those with women with mild to moderate androgenic alopecia, spironolactone has been quite helpful. And if you're on spironolactone, the doctor would say you can or may not, you don't have to take minoxidil. And the fourth, which is the second Western medicine that I used, and I would highly recommend to anybody who has hair thinning, androgenic alopecia, or any kind of hair loss. This has been a lifesaver. I'm again gonna put the link on the description, so it'll be easy for you to find. It's called Hair Restore. It is hair growth system. Basically what it is, as you can see here, there are a bunch of lights here. So I am going to show you what I use. So this is basically, you put it on, you plug it in, and then there's a remote, and you just power it on. It will automatically be set to 25 minutes. You turn it on, the timer, as soon as 25 minutes are gone, it will turn off. And you'll see red light coming out. And what it is have shown use the eye restore every other day for 25 minutes. Yes, when my hair completely stopped falling, I stopped using it, to be honest. But then, as soon as I see that my hair starts falling because of other reason, medical reason, start using it right away. As you can see, I do have, even though my hair has thin, you can see, if I'll put in, you saw my picture from the previous post, how bad my hairline was. But as you can see now, it's not bad, because this is after me losing hair, starting to lose hair again. And I do have, you can see this, these are new growth, and I still get new growth. I talk to your doctor, take their advice. You don't have to follow everything. My doctor told me to use Rogaine every day, and gave me a shampoo to use every time, 5 minutes before I go shower. I didn't want to rely on this stuff for my hair, so I turned to Eastern medicine. I combined Eastern and Western medicine to help me. And today I wanted to make sure that I ease your stress a little bit. This is FDA cleared, and it has shown people who used it had like 43% hair growth, which is better than nothing, right? And I will try to answer as many questions as possible. This is from after my conversation with one lovely young viewer. And if you are hearing it, thank you for connecting with me and talking to me. And I will end with this. Remember, most of all, live in the moment. Don't worry about your hair falling off and you're being bald and your beauty is gone. No. When I first diagnosed, I started even doing research on hair wigs. But now I don't worry. Even if my hair falls, I don't, because I cannot ruin my present. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. I don't want my present to be ruined by the fear of the future. And that helped me a lot with stress. Not only helped me a lot with stress, but also helped me feel calm. If you have any question that you want me to answer in the future post, do not hesitate to let me know. The best way that the person I mentioned you about, the young lady who connected with me, was through my Instagram. She messaged me and we talked for a long time. And my Instagram is, my name is @foreverneat. I'm gonna put it in there, and I'm also gonna put it in the description. So let me know, and also put it in the comment what you want me to cover in the future. I hope I was able to ease some of your question, some of your anxiety. And as we prepare for the future, let's not forget about today, right now, and together. So until next time, take care and be safe. Until next time, happy viewing. Bye.